And we're live.
All right. Well, welcome to Facebook Live. Today is Wednesday, our weekly Facebook Live show. I'm Angie Forlis, the very, very proud superintendent of Mesa Public Schools, and I am extra excited about today's edition of Facebook Live. Today, I am joined by one of our parents, who is not just an average parent, but one of our parents, Chris Powell, who many of you know from the show Extreme Weight Loss. Chris Powell is doing some amazing work with Mesa Public Schools and across the world that he's going to talk to us about today through an initiative called Move 1 Million. So let me tell you a little bit about Chris. Chris is a parent of students right here in Mesa Public Schools, and he's a resident of Mesa, and he has had a mission to bring health to our community. And so in just a moment, he's going to talk about this initiative called Move 1 Million. And you'll see Chris and I are both wearing the shirt Move 1 Million. That's what we have a goal to do, and it's starting right here in Mesa. So we're going to talk a little bit about Move 1 Mesa as well as Move 1 Million. So I have talked about my introduction to Mr. Powell with you today. So Chris, I'm going to hand it over to you to talk a little bit about who you are and why you are doing this thing called Move 1 Million. There
So
you
funny.
go.
I'm sitting here clicking on the mute button, and Cody's helping me out. So we were like fighting each other on it for a sec. Dr. Forlis, thank you so much. It's awesome to be here. And again, thank you for all of the support for Move 1 Million as we're launching it, as it's being born right here in the city of Mesa and in Mesa Public Schools. And you know, as far as the movement and its origins, I was looking at everything that we've been going through for the last, over a year now, and the struggles with COVID-19 and the isolation and anxiety and depression and loneliness. And I mean, it's through the roof. And not to mention also the fact that we're more sedentary now than ever because we're isolated, we're not leaving our homes. And I just kept thinking of what could I possibly do to help? I was blessed with an amazing opportunity, and I was given a platform, and I thought, well, how could I take my education, my passion, my platform, and do something really good with this? And I actually came across, and you don't mind me giving the background on Move 1 Million just a little bit here, do you?
Please do let our community know. This is a group of really strong advocates, and they want to know about Mesa Public Schools, and you are an integral part of the work we're doing. So please talk about Move 1 Million.
Well, so I came across it was a documentary on Japan of all places, and sure enough, Japan was actually facing, this is going to sound crazy, back in 1928, somewhat similar issues where, well, the people, I mean, ultimately they were struggling with their health. The life expectancy was 40 to 45 years. So I mean, they were really struggling with their health in Japan of all places again, and the people were divided. And so the emperor wanted to bring them all together. And so sure enough, what he ended up doing he borrowed radio technology from America, and he created a 3.5 minutes of movement that his people did every single day. And the very first place he went was into the schools. He said, if I'm going to change my nation, I'm going to bring my people together and I'm going to make them healthier, I'm going to serve my kids. And so that's exactly what he did. And it bled over into construction and corporations. And before you know it, the whole country was doing it. But he was serving the kids, and they gave him little stamp books. And every single day when the kids would go through these 13 movements in 3.5 minutes, they would get a stamp in their book. And it said that, okay, that they were actually performing the movements every day. Fast forward from this is 1928. By 1955, Japan was the healthiest country in the world. Here we are, 92, 93 years later, 27 million Japanese continue to do those 3.5 minutes of movement every day for 6 decades straight. Japan has been the healthiest, or top 3 healthiest countries in the world. And I'm watching this documentary, I go, hold on, 3.5 minutes of 13 movements done every single day. He implemented it into the schools, and he changed the culture of his country, and he changed their people's lives. And so that they lived longer, they loved longer, they're happier. I mean, look at what he was actually able to do with this country. I said, we can do this, and we can do it better. I mean, because I'm a Sun Devil. I got my degree in exercise science, physiology, biomechanics from ASU. So I got to represent. So I'm like, wait a second, I can take these 13 movements, I can do, I can take it to another level. I can bring it in, I can choreograph it with music, I can shorten it. Maybe we do it 2.5 minutes, and we've got technology that blows radio out of the water. Now we've got app technology and web and social media. We've got all this. Let me create something and let me bring it to the schools. I mean, as a Mesa parent myself, this is what I want for our next generation. And why not start in our own backyard? And so this is actually what started the conversation between you and me. And of course, when I was introduced to you, I was like, hey, I got this crazy idea. And then, our a good friend introduced us. And sure enough, it just went from there. And you got the concept and you took it and you ran with it. And now here we are, we're serving 82 schools, 64,000 kids, and it's 2.5 minutes of movement every day that takes their bodies through their entire range of motion. It activates and engages every major muscle group of the body. It starts from the top all the way down, and it's choreographed to music. And but the choreography tells a story, and through the movement in 2.5 minutes, they enact the hero's journey, which I want all of our kids to realize that there's a hero inside of them. So not only are we getting these incredible physical benefits, but now we're getting the mental benefits as well. And um, and there's incredible science behind this, but the term is called muscular bonding. And muscular bonding, it's movement in unison. And this has been something that humans have used for hundreds and thousands of years through dance, soldiers marching in lockstep, or doing calisthenics by cadence. There's a reason why we do this, because when humans move in unison, it brings us together. And I thought, this is exactly what we need in our schools. So this is how Move 1 Million was created. We started almost a year ago in the development of it, and we broke ground on the app technology and the web technology about 6 months ago, and we just finished it off right in time to roll it into Mesa Public Schools. And now we're serving them all with a 2.5 minute broadcast every single day, taking all the children through the movements as they're enacting the hero's journey, and they're discovering the hero within them. And through that process, obviously we're engaging all the muscle groups of the body. We're oxygenating their brains and their organs and their muscles. So we're putting them in a much more ready state for learning. And I'm really excited to see what's going to happen 3 months, 6 months, a year down the road when this is adopted. And when we start to see some of the numbers coming in. I want to see anxiety and depression and loneliness and all these other things that these kids are dealing with going down, but I also want to see grades going up, and I want to see behavioral issues going down. I mean, I think we're going to see some real quantitative proof of efficacy of what these 2.5 minutes can do. But we didn't stop there. Now we're going to be tying onto that a minute to 2 minutes of mindfulness at the very end, breathing exercises, bringing them here and now, because I know a lot of times there's a lot of things that are happening before and after school, and the kids they're feeling that anxiety and that stress. So I want to bring them again back to the present, so they can just focus on really understanding themselves and understanding their emotions and what they're feeling. And then we're going to finish it off with just positive affirmations. So the whole experience for each kid in every single school every day is going to be about 4 minutes. But we're going to move them, and we're going to speak to them, and we're going to pump them up, and then we're going to hand it back over to the teachers.
Well, I have to say, Chris, this is exactly what Mesa Public Schools needed. I'll just give a little quick history. We started Facebook Live during a time of school closure, and when we were not open for in person learning, because we needed a way to connect with our community and to keep them updated, and that we would have this two-way conversation using social media. And if I think back to the Facebook Live sessions that we did in the fall versus what we're talking about today, I could not be more proud, because I'll tell you that in the fall, we felt that divisiveness, that our community was not on the same page around what does it look like to do school and provide learning experiences during a pandemic. And a lot of pleas for help around the social and emotional needs of our children. And so it is amazing to me, from the fall, here we are, March 31st, 2 days after Move 1 Million has launched. We're here talking about how a community member, a parent within our school district, found a solution, is bringing it right here to our kids and to the entire world. So can you talk a little bit about Who can participate in this? Do you have to be a part of Mesa Public Schools?
Well, no, that's the beauty of it, because we didn't want to just stop at the kids, because I mean, granted, like obviously it's an honor to serve our next generation, because ultimately they're the ones who are going to adopt this into our culture, and they are our future. And so by serving them, obviously it's making a massive investment in the future of our country. But at the same time, what better than for the kids to participate in this with their folks at home? So we wanted to open this up to everybody, and that's why we ended up creating the app. So there's a web broadcast that the teachers will actually be airing in their classrooms to show all the children. However, we wanted to make this fun for the parents as well, because it's a family affair. Not only do we want to help change the culture in the classroom, but really culture is changed in the family. And so we wanted to bring Move 1 Million in home, because we also know, I mean, it's not just a kid thing. It's whether you're 5 or 95. We all need to move. We all need to be mindful. We all need positive affirmations. And so that's why we end up building the M1M app, which is the Move 1 Million app. Totally free download. I mean, we're a nonprofit service, so, and we're 100% free. So you download it on the App Store or on the Google Play Store. We're live on both, and through that you get the broadcast, the same broadcast that the kids see in the schools. We give it to everybody now worldwide. And so you simply download the app, and the broadcasts, they happen at the top of every hour, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. It's a new broadcast every single day. And so anyone can log on. And in fact, here's the thing, for the parents, I mean, I dare to say it, but it's an even more fun experience, because with the app technology, now you can invite your friends and your family, just like through simple one-touch capabilities. You can invite everybody that you feel would actually truly benefit from Move 1 Million. But you can also rank up. You've got a score, streak counters. We've got rising stars inside of the app. So as your streak builds, we give you cred. Or you can even you can appear in a broadcast. You can actually record your own video, and you appear in the broadcast with me and all the other people around the world. So in every broadcast, it's me, and then there's 8 people surrounding me, and they're selected from all walks of life, again, from 5 to 95. And so using the app, we've got some really fun technology to play with, and we've gamified the whole thing for the parents. So now the kids will do it in school, they can bring it home to the parents, and the parents can actually participate right there in the app.
Chris, this is absolutely amazing. I will tell you, it was very easy. I downloaded the app. I've got my app ready to invite my friends. And unfortunately, my streak, I got to work on my streak. So I'm looking at our time and I'm thinking we should probably get started by doing these moves, because I need to add on to my streak of getting this done every single day. So are you ready? I would love to do the moves with you. And those of you that are joining us at home, would love for you. You only need a little spot, little area of real estate. Stand straight up, and we will be ready to go through the motions with the famous Chris Powell. Are we ready?
I'm ready when you are.
I'm
All right,
ready.
you guys ready? Okay,
I'm
go
ready.
ahead and find area, just about maybe 3 feet by 3 feet. That's all you're going to need. Now, the very first thing we're going to do, it's going to be a slow. I'm going to talk you guys through this first. Then we're going to put it to music, and we're going to do it all together, so you guys can get a real good experience for what your kids are going through, and also what you're going to be experiencing on the app as well. So the very first thing we're going to do, slow head roll to the right. So it's going to go just like this. And then next, let's do a slow head roll to the left. And then eyes up. We're going to go arm circles out to a Y, in to an X. We do that twice. Out to a Y, then in to an X. Next, we're going to do what we call the hug stretch. Nice and easy. Just a basic chest stretch, but you're giving yourself a big old hug. We're going to go through that 8 times. And then after the 8th time, we're going to do a reach and touch. And here's what I want you guys to think about at home. Think reach and touch, and think head, shoulders, knees, and toes. So we go reach and touch, and we're going to touch your knees and back down, knees and back down. We're going to do that 3 times. So we're going to go reach and touch and touch and touch. And we slowly roll it up. Once we've rolled it up, we're going to step out to the right, and we're going to swing our arms up to the corner, down to the floor. Up to the corner, down to the floor. And this is all core rotation right here. Again, we're warming up our body, and then bring it back to center. And then we're going to take it out the other direction. Here we go, up to the corner, down to the floor. There you go. And down to the floor. We're going to do this 4 times each side. And after the 4th time, we bring it right back to center. And now, again, we're transitioning from top to bottom. This is a total body warm-up here. From here, we're going to march it out. Super easy, 8 times each leg. And after the 8th one, we're going to do something called kickbacks. This is what it looks like. We simply step, we swing our arms up. Oh, Dr. Forless, she knows the moves. She's ready to rock. So we're going to kick the legs back, just like this. That's it. And you're kicking the leg back. It's a great little dynamic quad stretch. We're going to do that 8 times. On the 8th one, we do what we call a superhero stretch. So we stretch out the chest, we bring it right down the center, and then we reveal the hero inside of all of us. Just like Superman, we open it up, we tighten up all of our upper body muscles to make everything super tight. We step forward and we press, and we come right back. We switch feet and we press. There you go. Bring it right back. Now we take it out to the side. We raise it up, squeezing those shoulders, and back. Other side. Raise it up, squeezing those shoulders, and back. Then we step back, pressing overhead. You don't have to lunge deep at all, just an aggressive step. There you go. And we come right back up. Then we jog it out. We're raising the heart rate just a little bit here. And then we move into what we call a squat and reach. Where make a fist, turn it toward your face, drop down, squat, and then reach overhead. Good, squat. You reach and bend, you feel a good stretch to the side. Squat and reach, and you don't have to squat far. You can just dip if you want to. And then the final move is what we call Phoenix squats. So we swoop down low, bring our arms out wide, bring them together at the top. And after we go through, it's going to be 5 Phoenix squats. And on the 5th one, we bring it down and we flex it out. And we show the world how strong we are. We found the hero within. And after we flex it out, this is where we get to have so much fun with the kids and even with you guys at home, is that after the very final flex, you'll hear the music build up. And once the music builds up to the top, you get to hit any pose you want, where you can dab or point to the sky, you can go most muscular, you can blow a kiss or whatever it is that you want to do, but just have fun with it. And just touring the schools for the last few days, we did 30 sessions for different classrooms yesterday, and we saw the most hilarious poses at the end, and the kids are having fun with it, and all the parents, all the adults I've taken through it, you can't hit that final pose and not smile. It's 2.5 minutes where you're nourishing your body physically, you're feeling better mentally, it's bringing you together socially, and you leave the whole experience with a smile on your face. So it's been wonderful. Now, with that being said, should we put it to music?
We should put it to music. And as we do, talk to them about what schools have you been at? You mentioned different schools. We've got parents thinking, wow, I wonder if this happened at my kid's school.
Yeah, so we visited Roosevelt, we've been to Whittier, we did Zaharis, we did Stevenson, and visiting Jefferson tomorrow. So we've been having a blast. All right, so now the very first thing we're doing, as soon as the music starts, we're gonna go head roll to the right. Here we go. And it's all gonna come together. Oh, you know what? There's no audio. Can you guys hear any audio right now?
I'm not hearing audio yet, Cody.
And I'm right now, real quick, I'm going to invite everybody watching. Stand up, join us. If you've just been sitting there watching, you got to join us. And I challenge you, you're going to have a smile on your face. If you don't have a smile on your face after these 2.5 minutes, I'm going to be blown away. Okay. How are we doing on the audio?
Here we go.
Head roll and head roll. Good. Eyes up, arm circles out. Arm circles in. And out. Good, and into an X. Hug stretch. There you go. You got 4 more. 3 more. 2, and reach and touch. Ready, we go reach and touch and touch and up and reach and touch and touch. Time for you slowly roll up, slowly. We're gonna do a flip out to the side corner. Here we go. Up and on, back to center now. Look to the other side. Arm. Last one. Bring it back to center. Now we're going to march it out. This is where the heroes finally start to get into their stride. They went through those tornadoes, those twisted times, and like wisdom, and I can keep kickbacks. But every movement is symbolic of the hero's journey. It's a superhero stretch. Bring it down to center and find the hero within you. You're going to go pressing forward and back. Sides, sit up. Let's take it back. One more, other side. Let me jog it out. Go. You can pick those things up even more. We're just squat. One more on the other side. Squat. Splits. Now we just got 10 more. Last one. Now flex it out. Get ready to hit your own pose. Hit it now. Nice. I had to throw up Forks Up Devils. Guys, great job. For everyone who participated at home, good job. And I guarantee you smiled at the end, especially when you hit that pose.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. Well, I know that I felt completely energized, and it was a really great opportunity to go through those motions again and to think about how you are spreading this word not only across Mesa but across the world. Do you have any fun tips for us or some fun facts about what has happened in the last 2 days in the efforts of Move 1 Million?
Oh gosh, well, I could tell you that we've grown exponentially just in the last 40, since we opened up our doors. We're serving 230 schools and or classrooms right now. We actually just had a school sign up in New Zealand today. With schools in North Carolina, Idaho, Montana, got one in New Jersey. Like, the word's getting out. I mean, we started this. Mesa is the birthplace. Mesa Public Schools is the birthplace of Move 1 Million, and the word's getting out and it's spreading fast. And now everyone else is getting some FOMO because of what we're doing right here. But this will always be where it started. And I couldn't be prouder of obviously the fact that Mesa has just opened up its doors to let Move 1 Million come in and bring some light and some love into the children's lives. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I just the whole experience has just been so meaningful and purpose driven.
Well, I really appreciate that, Chris. And I can't say thank you enough for choosing Mesa Public Schools as a parent, but also as a leader in our community to say that we are who you are going to partner with to launch Move 1 Million. And our enrollment campaigns are up and running right now. Our doors are open to all those of you who are watching and saying, I want my kids to have that. Mesa Public Schools is a place for you. So please join us. Come enroll. Talk to your principal. Principals are getting really excited about this. And I think that a school that Chris forgot to say that he was at already was at Westwood High School, having the entire faculty at Westwood High School come together outside to move in unison together, which is such an important part of the health and wellness of who we need to be as educators and who we need to be as family members and members of our community. So I want to say thank you so much. Are there any last words? We live by our about 4:30 cutoff time, so we've got a couple minutes, Chris. If there's anything else you want to add.
Well, I mean, as the saying goes, it's just basic physics. You know, a body in motion remains in motion, right? And so it's really important to remember that. And like, I just know that this is going to be the very first step for a lot of people toward a happier and healthier life. Whether it's our children, whether it's you at home who's watching, whether it's your family, your friends, or your loved ones. I mean, this is for everybody, whether you're 5 or 95. So it's an honor to serve, and it really is an honor to serve Mesa Public Schools. And this partnership it's been so incredible. I also must say, thank you, Mesa Public Schools. Thank you guys for being so open-minded and forward-thinking. I mean, look, what we've all experienced here is not unique to Mesa. Look, I've fortunately I've had the opportunity to have a lot of connections around the nation, around the world. Every school district is struggling. Everyone has been struggling like crazy. And but the thing is, the moment that you guys heard about a possible solution, like we're open to this. We're open to this. This it just doesn't happen in a lot of school districts. They live within their laws, and you guys like, wait a second, let's think outside the box. Let's bring something new in. Wow, we can do something. We can nurture our students. That says a lot. And I really appreciate the open-mindedness that you guys have had to bring in something new, something that's a little bit different. It might be a little bit radical, but you're like, wait, this is perfect. And not only did you like, oh, you might try it here in one classroom. You're like, no, bring it in. We love this. By the way, it's so awesome. Let's roll it out to 64,000 kids, 82 schools. Let's go. And we're here to serve. So thank you guys for being so open-minded to trying something new, but all we're going to do is just bring a lot of movement, togetherness, light, and love into our kids' lives.
Well, I have to just say that this has been a pleasure to work with you. Your team is amazing. You are an complete inspiration. And if any of you are out there are Googling Chris Powell, you're going to see a lot of things come up. And some of you might wonder, wonder what high school he went to. Funny enough, he graduated from Mountain View High School, but not in Mesa, Arizona.
No, I'm Mountain View Thunder in Vancouver, Washington. But hold on, I was born here in Mesa, Arizona, at Desert Samaritan Hospital 43 years ago. But my dad was ex-military airline, so we traveled around a lot. I came back in fall of '97 to go to Arizona State, and I've been here ever since. I moved back to Mesa about 12 years ago to raise my family, and so we are a 100% Mesa family through and through.
Well, I want to say thank you again, Chris. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a partner and keeping our kids and our community healthy and safe as we continue to strive to do the very best that we can, specifically for our students and our staff in Mesa Public Schools, but also for the greater community. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I can't wait to see what happens. This is just the beginning. Thank you again. And thank you all for joining us this afternoon. This has been a special treat. Have a great, great evening.
You
Bye
too. Bye
bye.
bye.